Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Sahara Football. If you're new here, you know what to do. Subscribe and hit that notification bell. Today we're talking about the Nigeria Super Eagles as usual, and I'm your host Clinton. Today we're talking about the injured defender SAMI Ajayi. I know most of you reported that SAMI Ajayi was injured and he was close to coming back, but he had another injury. He had a relapse in his existent injury, and now Nigeria will be without the services of SAMI Ajayi in the World Cup qualifiers coming up later this month. So in this video today, we're talking about three players I think could replace him. Three players Eric Shell should consider replacing SAMI Ajayi with. So if that's what you've been interested in, please watch this video till the end to get all the three players we'll be talking about that. So subscribe if you haven't and hit that notification bell. The first player we have here is Chelsea defender Tosin Adara Bioyo. He's a very good defender and he has scored, surprisingly for a defender, he has scored more goals than some forwards this season. It's actually incredible that this guy is very good with his head. Area duels, he is the king of area duels. He has scored 4 goals so far and registered an assist for Chelsea in all competitions this season. He has a very good template, or he has a lot of things to add to the Nigerian Super Eagles defensive backline if Nigeria can get him to play for them, because right now he has not represented Nigeria before. He has represented England in his youth, played for England youth, the under is 19 on the under 20s and all that. He has represented them in the youth level, but he is yet to switch allegiance to Nigeria. He has not played a competitive game for England national team, which means that it will be easy for him to switch his allegiance to the Nigerian Super Eagles. He's 27 years old. He's not getting any younger. If Erichel can go there and tell him that we need you in the Super Eagles team, want to qualify for the World Cup, and you will also be in the World Cup team when we qualify for the World Cup, I'm sure that Tosin Adarabeyo will actually accept to play for the Nigerian Super Eagles team. But most people will say that if a player needs convincing to play for his national team, then he is not the best player to play for the Nigerian national team. But I think he will be a good addition if Eric Chell would go out of his way to meet him, discuss with him his plans, his tactics, and the goal for the future. Because if we have someone like Tosin in this Nigerian Super Eagles team, his partnership with Calvin Bassey will be it will be tremendously good, because we've seen that before. Those two players are actually good with area duels. Tosin knows how to time his headers, and he could actually help Nigeria when it comes to set pieces, set piece situation. We can see that with Calvin Bassey already doing it this season. I mean, if you add Tosin to it, it's going to be incredible. So the first player is Tosin Adarabeyo from Chelsea. If Nigeria can convince him, I think he will be a very strong replacement for SAMI Ajayi. Then the next player we have here is Leon Balogun. This one needs no introduction. He is 36-year-old and he's still playing for Rangers right now. And I don't think he'll stay Rangers for long, because he's 36-year-old and he has experience with the Nigerian Super Eagles team. I think it's one of the defensive replacements we'll be looking at to replace SAMI Ajayi. If Eric Chell should consider Leon Balogun, because he has not retired. He categorically stated that he has not retired from the national team, that if he's called upon, he's going to come out and give his 100% for the Nigerian Super Eagles team. I think Leon Balogun should be one of the players we should consider to replace SAMI Ajayi in that defensive setup. And he has already established a defensive partnership with Truce Ekong in the previous game. So I think calling Leon Balogun will not be like out of the blue, because he has a lot of experience. He has played in multiple qualifiers and played in major tournaments for the Nigerian Super Eagles. So calling him up will not be that surprising or shocking, because he has experience with the team. Then the next player we have here is Kevin Akpoguma, who plays for Hoffenheim. The Hoffenheim defender has been one of the club standout performers this season, because they are fighting relegation, and he has been one of the best players in that backline. Kevin Akpoguma will be one of the defenders Eric Shell should consider to play for the Nigerian Super Eagles team to replace SAMI Ajayi, because it's very versatile. For him, being able to play as a centre back or a full back, along with his strong ball playing abilities and defensive intelligence, makes him a solid alternative, because I feel that he can play as a centre back. He can also play in the full back position, either left or right. He can do that. He is a player that can play every position in the defensive line. I think he has a lot of experience in the top European league, and his ability to adapt to different technical setups would provide the Super Eagles with a flexible defensive options. Now with Semi Ajayi sideline, I think Akpoguma should be one of the players to actually replace Semi Ajayi in this team. So we've talked about three players. We talked about Tosin Adebayo. We talked about Leon Balogun. Now we've talked about Akpoguma. I think these three defenders are actually good. They can replace Semi Ajayi at ease. Like you won't even feel his absence. They have the profile. They are strong with air. They are strong in the air. Good with air duels. Akpoguma can play anywhere in the defensive line. He's extremely versatile, and he captures a new tactical setup, a new style of play very fast. It's actually a shame that Erichel won't have a friendly game to know these players, to know their power and to know what they are good at. But he has the opportunity to actually watch them in Europe play and know the style of play and all that. So Semi Ajayi being out, I'm sure that these three players would be the perfect replacement. Any of them would be the perfect replacement to replace Semi Ajayi. But if you ask me personally who I would choose, I would go for either Tosin or Akpoguma, because we've seen that Leon Balogun is at the latter stages of his career. He's 36. He doesn't have much speed in him and all that. I think he might be the last person on the list when you look at the terms of performance, age, and speed, especially speed, because that at the age of 36, he's not the quickest defender you can get, or not the quickest defender out of these three. So I feel that the other two might be the perfect pick. But you know how Erichel, the Nigerian Super Eagles are. They might decide to go for a local player or a player who has nothing to do with the national team. They might just go and pick a player. Okay, we need a defender. Which defender do you have? They pick a defender that has never played for the Nigerian Super Eagles. So pick a defender that is not playing for his club. That is the surprise of the Super Eagles team. Anybody can get called up to replace Semi Ajayi. It could be someone that's already played before. It can be someone that hasn't played one single game for his club this season. You guys know who I'm talking about. There's a player that keeps on getting the Nigerian Super Eagles call up, but he has not played for his team. He has not played for his team since joining them. That was then. But I think he has played few games. But I feel that there are some players who are not worthy of the call-ups they've been getting in the past few call-ups or Nigerian past few games. So I think these three players I've mentioned now, if those three players are called, any of those three players are called up, nobody will have complaints about, because those people are actually experienced and they have a lot to offer. The only tricky thing is that Tosin Adebayo might decide not to play for the Nigerian Super Eagles. So I don't know about that, but it depends on what is being offered to him. But like as I said, if a player needs convincing to play for his national team, it's possible that you should not call him or her up. So I'd like to know your thoughts. Which of these three players do you think will be a perfect fit for the Nigerian Super Eagles team under the new head coach, Erichel? I'd like to know your thoughts in the comment section. Subscribe if you haven't, and hit that notification bell. I'll be giving you more news. This is a new month. This is a month of Nigeria World Cup qualifiers, so I'll be giving you more updates. Subscribe if you're new here. I'll be giving you more updates. Let's interact. Comment in the comment section and tell me what you think about the three players I've listed here to replace Semi Ajayi. So that's all for today. My name is Clinton. You need to follow me on my socials. Follow Sarah Football on our socials too. Subscribe and hit that notification bell. See you next time, guys. Goodbye.